Do it.
I just want to give a wait. Okay,
Oh, no, wait, we'll be right back. We'll be right back.
No, it's fine. Amazing.
And shaboop, we are live. Okay, we are here. We are live with Golden Steam Part 4. Hello, everybody. Double O, Frogs Toys. We also got Sam, we got Rachel, we got Emmy in the chat, we got DM Steve is in the chat. No way.
Oh my god!
But yes, hello.
Yeah,
Those are people that I know and stuff.
Everyone, tell them how much you hate them.
Yes.
DM Steve's dumb.
Yo, everybody, just get some L's in chat. Can we get this video
Yeah.
to 14,000 dislikes? But yes, we are back with the penultimate episode of Golden Steam. We are gearing for the fifth episode to be the conclusion, and here we are rocking it. And I hope everybody is ready for another fun, exhilarating steampunk noir time. So,
Hell yeah!
Yes. Oh yeah.
okay.
I would like to play some D&D, please.
Like to play some D&D.
I would like to roll some rocks, please.
Yeah, can we roll some rocks, please?
Me in the retirement
Yeah,
home in
like
70
20.
years be like. Straight up.
Are you ready
up.
to play some D&D? Let's do this.
Indeed, okay.
Roll for initiative!
What?
What?
I said roll for initiative!
What?
My heart.
Are you guys talking?
I'm too
No, I don't bowl anymore!
It's the
Hang
giant.
on, I gotta go get my washlet wear.
Stop talking about my wife like that. Where's my cup of Metamucil? Hold on.
I'm gonna
I
go
have
see
to-
the Hat Man. All right,
I'm
got it.
done.
Okay.
A joke about AARP. Okay, I'm done.
So, before anything else, as always, we are joined by the wonderful Cate from Rulebook Optional, but along with the members of Forge of Lore. If you're not already following Forge of Lore, please go do that right now. It is super important. If you don't do, oops, dropped all the links to Forge of Lore stuff.
Oh, no.
Could you get those for me? Perfect.
Oh, where did those go?
Yeah.
ForgeofLore.com.
Yeah, forgeoflore.com. They got great merch. They got great people. They got a great game. It's all wonderful. So make sure to go and support. Make sure to have a good time here first. So it's going to be a wonderful time. Okay. Any question? Are you allowed to whack your players with a stick to keep them on task? I prefer to avoid having to do that. Look, usually the chaos just sorts itself out. As it's going to sort itself out tonight.
Tell that to Steve.
Yeah,
God.
I make sure to keep them in line.
Okay.
Okay.
Like to beat the ladies off with a stick. Back, woman. Back, I say.
All right.
Beat the
How many
ladies off
stores did
with
you
a
want to
stick.
go to?
Well, Josh, now
Phrasing.
you've made it weird.
Crazy.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I didn't hear it.
Good
So
night,
it didn't
folks.
happen.
Goodbye. We just immediately close out right there. So yes, we are 4.5 hours of character creation. Damn. Wow, that is some in-depth character creation. But well, it sounds like we all want to play some D&D. That sound like a plan?
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay,
yes,
then how about a
please.
deep and cleansing breath? We can hop right in. Sound good?
Oh yeah.
All right then, please
yeah.
join me.
Oh yeah.
Feels good, and everything after the breath is canon. Now, would we all
didn't know we
like
were
a little
supposed
bit of
to
a
breathe out.
recap of what happened last session?
You fart a little?
I'm gonna toot a
I
little.
want to recap.
All right, okay. Well, last time on Golden Steam, a conversation with Hoodoo Grace in Madame Wands. It was revealed that Hoodoo Grace is a powerful Bure hag trapped in her cigar lounge by spells and wards set up by Frankie Thoros. A deal was struck by Carmela and Darling to retrieve information and a teleportation from Mila in exchange for them helping her escape her red velvet prison. You all learned that whatever is going on with the Everwatchers is mechanical as well as celestial, and some kind of ancient celestial power is breaking free of some kind of cage inside of the Everwatchers, explaining Darling's physical reaction back in the Platinum in Episode 1. You also earned yourselves a teleportation to the Tin Press, the now defunct Warforged manufacturing plant, where you were able to find a letter nailed to the front of the locked doors. This letter appeared to be a legit notice from the Frisian government, but with the careful eye of our main man Donnie, it was revealed that this document was merely an unofficial keep-out sign by some people who didn't want to be disturbed. And he promptly kept that information to himself, and so he returned to Golden Steam, right outside of the tin press, and the floor is yours. What do you do?
Insight checks immediately.
Yup.
Insight check.
I would love to insight check that shit.
All right.
Does that mean I roll a deception? Since I
Absolutely.
never rolled one? Okay.
So you're a dirty liar.
Dirty little liar.
I showered.
You're a pretty little liar.
Dirty.
You're a handsome little liar.
A feathery little liar.
Sweet beak little liar.
What's up,
I got
sweet beak?
I got a dirty 20.
I got a dirty 20.
Filthy.
Filthy.
So match. Okay, you got a 3. Excellent.
I got a 3.
Carmela, you are looking
Don't
at,
mind me.
You're looking at an international notice telling you to keep the fuck out. You're gonna get prosecuted to the fullest extent of the Frisian and Archana law. Now, Darling and
I don't want that
Donnie
heat.
locked. Like I think it was a dirty 20 and a dirty 20, correct? Mm-hmm. You guys play that out however you think it's gonna go. I'm not entirely sure what to do in that situation.
Darling will squint at you and get a big grin and say nothing.
And I will squint at you and then get kind of awkward and look away.
That just makes me so happy.
Folded
Harper
like a
doesn't
cheap
care.
suit. All right. So, with that notice, just to kind of set the scene once again, standing outside of the locked doors of the tin press, currently at the front-facing section of the factory, but there is a hole. Again, the walls and the backside of the factory can be explored as well. So, again, the floor is yours.
I guess
So-
we should be... Sorry.
Go.
I guess we should go in however, but we need to be quiet and sneaky because we don't want to get caught.
Yeah, do we all want to be running in here, or what are you guys thinking?
I mean, I don't want that kind of heat. If this is since this is a sanctioned building, so probably be best to be stealthy about it. I'm pretty quiet, but I point to like all my jingles and jangly
Oh, I am
jewelry.
very loud as he shakes his backpack.
Okay, so we maybe some cover, maybe some super stealthy people go in first, and yeah, makes sense.
Yeah, go check it out.
Is the door unlocked? Is there any open windows that I can see?
So, okay, so the front door, so the door is right in front of you. I'll get the map up really quickly. So the doors that you're all standing in front of, right here, there are 2 doors kind of off to either side. They are like locked and chained, like seriously, like in the way of like nobody is getting in through these entrances unless you want to start like hacking and slashing and lockpicking your way through. There are you're able to kind of like peer off to the sides to either side of the building, and there are windows elevated up by 1 story. Used to let in natural light, probably for whenever like the extremely large like fluorescent bulbs begin to fail.
Does the door look kickable?
Kickable? Yes.
I mean,
Openable? Questionable.
Would either Harper or Carmela, either of you any good at lock picking?
I could probably cut the chains. I don't know about the lock.
Yeah, I got these tools. Yeah, I can take a crack at it.
Might be kind of worth something to get in. You know,
Can I just
if we
take
wanna
out,
go
like-
in?
Can I just take my nozzle and then like flick a switch and a blowtorch comes out to cut the chains?
Absolutely. If you would like to
Take the
blowtorch your way
goggles.
through, you definitely can.
At least just the chains. Like take down the goggles. Nobody look at this.
Donnie takes a big step back. Like, okay.
I don't
Darling
have
takes
eyes,
a step
so
forward.
I
The
also take a
flame is
step
like
forward.
way too long, like way on high. Just
Donnie, Darling lights his cigar off of the flame.
oh, there you go, darling.
Thanks, needed it.
Ours.
Okay, so we have Harper going to blowtorch through the locks. Is anybody going to be helping with that, or is that going to be a solely his endeavor? Just taking some time to do that.
Could I loosen it with these tools?
I will. You know what, Carmela? The way that we have been portraying your character so far, if we would like to flavor it that your thieves' tools are just bolt cutters to cut chains, I will fully allow that. Yes.
Fucking down with that.
I got a bag of holding, so anything could fit in here.
So I will say that the two of you working in tandem to do that can just make it through with no check necessary. It's gonna take you maybe like 30 seconds to do that. Can I get Darling, Donnie, and Final to give me perception or investigation checks? And let me know what you get and what the denomination is.
Perception?
Yep.
A 21 in perception.
21?
17?
12.
12? 17. 17 in what?
Perception. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, not a problem at all. Okay. So, we'll rule it that, actually, give me 1 second. That just as Carmela begins to and begins to cut through the chains and begins to cut through this massive welded door. Give me 1 second here.
Oh God, we all die. We didn't check the traps.
You guys are able to hear calling out from the inside, like kind of Donnie probably like closer to like the side of the building, like hearing it from like one of the broken out windows. You're able to hear, "Shit, we got people incoming!" And you hear people still inside of the building begin to react.
I would suggest stopping that, guys.
Yeah, I think we got people hearing us on the inside. We may want to move right now.
Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna hightail it.
You guys are then able to hear from within the building, "Torch it all! We gotta move quick!"
Uh-oh.
Oh no! Just kidding.
No,
Let's
we
go
gotta
in.
get in there.
Fido, kick it.
Can
Fido,
I
kick
kick?
it. Kick it.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick the door.
Give me an athletics check. Yes.
All right.
Pound.
So
That
Donnie was
is
getting ready
going
to-
to be a 26.
Oh my God, a 26! It's like Christmas.
Yes.
Also, I'm so sorry I didn't let any of you into the map. I apologize.
So,
That's okay. We can just get up close.
So as soon as we heard people, we realized that maybe we needed to walk away at first. So Donnie had already turned around and was starting to, maybe walk in a different
It's the
direction. And then
bombs
I
all
hear,
over again.
kick it down. And I'm just like, okay.
Okay. Here, I'm getting everything set up. I really do appreciate your patience. I just need to move everything into position here. Okay.
Hold, please.
So,
Please.
Final, what you're able to recognize so you get a simple command, a command which you understand. You don't have history. You don't have any kind of recollection of anything besides 3 hours ago, but you do know how to be fucking strong. And with one solid boot going into molten metal and cut chains, you're able to and explode open this main door leading into the factory. You're also able to hear a metal-on-metal screeching sound as a barricade that was set up behind the door in case people tried to break in. You are able to push them out of the way. And I'm going to reveal what you are all able to see. Give me one.
Shit.
How do I get this out of
Do
here?
any of them get splashed in the face with molten metal?
Molten metal. Good luck check. No, sadly. If anything, your heel kind of starts to melt. You just kind of got to stomp it out really quickly.
Yep.
And here
fix
is
that
what
later.
you guys are able to see. Revealing this location to you. The inside of the Tim Press. Harper, you would know this area well. What you were able to kick open, the barricade that was stopping you from entering, they almost look like coffins. Harper, you'd be able to recognize these as like Warforged, like packaging kits, like these very like heavy metal boxes to like ship Warforged out to avoid damage in transit that were used to. So currently empty, still incredibly heavy. Looking inside with no check necessary, you are all able to see 3 members of the 13, like elven special forces. They have like padded like leather, like studded leather armor on. They have helmets. They have these expertly crafted short swords their size, like a big 13 emblem like on their forearms, like kind of on their like biceps on their uniforms. They also have what look like these advanced crossbows, pump bows, multi-shot crossbows that can be reloaded with a cylindrical compartment loaded into the top. You are then also able to see these long derelict manufacturing lines. This factory could hold easily about 200 people, used to assemble warforges represented by skeletons, limited assets. You're able to see warforged, a few of which somewhat completed but deactivated, as well as chassis with legs missing, with heads missing, with arms missing, and these massive machines used to like pump either energy in or add these mechanical components. You're able to see at the far end of the room itself, way down to the south, right here. Harper, if you've explored it before, you can let me know. But you'd know this as like the foreman's office, like the person who was in charge of the factory floor, like the management, basically, where there is like desks and some safes for like more, let's just say, secretive R&D documents, that kind of stuff. But in the center, what you're all able to see, again, you heard the words, burn it all. And you're able to watch as a massive fire, as if made with some kind of accelerant, immediately erupts in the center of the building right here, as you're able to notice a 113 member chuck what's like some kind of fire grenade onto these like pile of books and scrolls and papers, and it all begins to turn, like, the burning then begins. Yes, darling.
I would like to push past everyone and go, whoa. Guys, we're supposed to be here. What are you doing?
Oh, a bold move. Okay, so, darling, what you're able to see is, and for this I'm going to give a proper description. You're able to notice that there are these like giant machines here, where like right there and right there, named management and supervisor, and there are these huge 10-foot tall automatons. They have like large tanks on their backs that's like starting to like expel steam from them. You're able to see that that their arms are these plates of metal that jut off of their forearms to make like makeshift blades, and their legs have these like intertwined pieces of metal like expertly welded together. These are like clockwork automatons. And you're able to notice a 13 member basically like grabs onto a wire connecting this thing to a charging pylon and chucks it off, and this thing begins to begins to activate right in front of you. Now this is the last roll that we're gonna do before we hop into initiative, if we hop into initiative at all. You run in there and you yell, "We're supposed to be here." So
Guidance.
is anybody else charging with Darling in this moment?
I will guidance. I'll be like, "You got this. Good idea."
I'll walk in alongside, like pretending to be bodyguard. Like,
okay.
I will use their distraction to jump in stealthily.
Give me a stealth check really quickly.
Ooh.
Movement and everything's gonna be a little bit more like flexible because we're not in initiative yet.
Yeah.
It's
an 18.
With an 18. No one notices you. And Donnie, I'm going to ask, would you like to go in through the door? Would you like to go in through a window? Like, how would you want to enter into this place and like
Through a
stealth?
window. if
Got it,
possible.
through a window.
Through the walls.
Then with your insane movement speed,
Don't make
I'm
me
going to
say
say that you're able to enter into any of these 3 windows here. Let me know where you want to jump into.
I'd probably be this one here.
Okay,
Okay.
not a problem. Darling, as you're walking in with Final, a minor wind, and Donnie has disappeared like a shadow at night, and Donnie, you are now perched in the window waiting to see what happens. And you're able to notice as like 13 members, like one of them like rushes out of like this like main management building. One of them like starts like turning around from this big fire, and you're able to clock again that like other big robot in the lower left of this building right down here.
Okay.
All right. So, Carmela. Okay, so we got Harper doing guidance. We're just gonna say that you guys are there. Carmela, what are you doing?
I think I would have charged in with Darling. Also try to look imposing next to Final, even though I'm much smaller.
Yes.
Okay, you guys are able to push aside all these like makeshift Warforged coffins. Okay, so Darling, what do you say? Do you say anything in addition to "we're supposed to be here"?
Guys, you don't recognize your newest sponsor? Come on. I'm Darling Rapscallion.
You're able to watch as a head cocks and a rifle raises, and doesn't shoot at you, but just kind of waits for you to keep talking, as he's gonna need more information than that.
I don't know if you guys have heard. Is anybody gonna put that fire out?
You heard him. Put the fire out.
I'm gonna need a persuasion check with disadvantage. That this is
Plus a D4.
From me or from Darling?
From Darling. So it's gonna be a disadvantage because obviously, if anyone wants to give the help action, it can be a flat roll.
Yeah, can I help?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay,
It's a
well,
flat
with your
roll.
help, thank God. It was a 19 and a 12, but not bad on the 12. So that's gonna be a 30.
It's gonna be so.
Plus D4.
Plus D4.
Oh,
See what you
34. Sorry,
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I forgot to count the D4.
In this circumstance, rifle still raised towards you, but doesn't immediately jump like into action like proper D&D combat. And we'll kind of run through everybody to see what everybody else is doing, and immediately says, "We didn't get any word about any sponsors."
Just to refresh my memory, because it's been a minute, what was the name of Carmela's boyfriend? Ex-boyfriend?
Go on, Kate.
Kinrick.
Listen, I'm looking for Kenrick, and I was told that he would be around here. Am I in the wrong place?
Pump bow still leveled at you. That persuasion check was to have these guys not shoot at you immediately. So
Sure.
I just want to make it very clear that I'm honoring this in the way of conversation.
Appreciate that.
And says, why? And again, you're watching as the fire, like pages and scrolls slowly beginning to turn black as precious information is being burned away into infinity. Looks to you and says, why do you need to see Kinrick?
I've been told there's an opportunity around these parts, and I think I'm ready to jump in.
You're able to watch, like, Helmet can't really see a face, but like looks back towards the person nearest the fire, and looks back towards the person like nearest, and like kind of like head shakes back and forth. With your passive insight, easily these people are perplexed, but you are too calm for this to be something like it, where it's like they're almost intimidated by how confident you're being in this moment.
Darling's gonna kind of take a step forward, but not like get into the room like to be threatening. Just kind of steps forward with a little bit of swagger.
Okay.
Listen, guys.
You can move yourself on
I
the
feel
on the
like
table, by the way, if you want.
there's a lot going on here. Can we please put out the fire and let's just talk?
We can't put out the fire because Kinrick, Lumaris, and Fenry told us to burn everything.
Well, he told me to come here, so one of us is wrong.
Well,
Stop the fire.
pardon me, sir, but clearly your information is older. Now, and I'm just gonna make a quick history check for this guy.
Sure.
And he goes, Darling Rapscallion, I think I own your, it was like 2 vinyls ago. Yeah, you got a nice, I thought I recognized the
nice.
voice somewhere. If you're looking to make a name for yourself in the new world that's coming, there's going to be a lot of availabilities for that, and we definitely do need charmers. But as of if you're looking for Kenrick, he's long gone. You should have seen the burn marks from the tires outside. And he kind of like points out to like where, like the door that you guys came in from. And Harper, you're able to kind of sniff in the air and smell burning rubber as it smells like Kenrick, Lumaris, and Fenry just left this place road racing to a new destination.
Well, here's the thing. We need to catch up with him because there's a problem, gents. You know, the whole bomb situation by the, oh my god, I forgot the name.
Everwatchers.
By the freeway.
The
radio tower.
Yes, the stone stacks. The offshoot.
Stacks.
Yes. Well, that went awry. It seems some ne'er-do-wells decided to stop that, and we've got problems. I need to talk to Kenrick immediately. Where'd he go?
This is going to be a persuasion check with disadvantage, and there's going to be no help action because because this okay. So you make that roll.
Okay, it's a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay.
With disadvantage?
It was a 9 plus 11.
Hell yeah.
Bards are fucking
Hell
nuts.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah.
So Darling and this and this member of the 13 are having this conversation. Now the fire is burning in the center, and basically all eyes are going on Darling. And I'm just gonna say, just for posterity's sake, that this 13 member goes over to here, and this 13 member goes over to here. Just to make that easy. You guys are then also able to see as workers not being efficient, and this like very like low level automaton. Both of these begin to spring to life, and you're able to watch as and these automatons spring into action to kind of like help move things along. With this automaton down here beginning to walk, just with one hand chucking a giant metal like shipping cart out of the way. These are incredibly strong automatons. With all of that happening simultaneously as Darling's having this conversation, what's everybody else doing? Is anybody doing anything that's not conversation based?
And I want to be clear, Darling is trying to buy time for y'all to do something.
Okay.
Good to know. Good to know.
Harper's gonna kind of inch in behind Finale and use his
Final.
Use his kind of nozzle, flick a switch, and kind of plug it into a port in the back of Final, and cast Longstrider.
Ooh.
Oh, nice.
So yeah, plus 10 movement. And can I get like, oh man, I have nothing to put out that fire, guys.
Yeah, I was gonna say I can't do anything.
Nothing.
As I'm kind of standing on like bodyguard duty with Final, I like out of the corner of my mouth say to him, "Do you think you can hotwire one of the automatons to put out the fire?"
Maybe.
Wake it up.
Maybe I can get a. Oh yeah.
Can I see like any strands coming from them? Can I try to talk to them, or are they completely non-sentient, or can I resentient them and then have them help us?
So Harper and Final, I'm gonna have no rolls for this, but due to like those are two very specific subsections of information that you guys would be so familiar with. Final, what you're able to notice is there are strands coming off of these automatons, and you're able to notice just like basic blue electricity like lines, like radio waves, connecting these automatons back to these like brass looking pylons right here and right here. And Final, you get the right there and right there. And you get the sense that if you are able to get to those pylons, now in terms of unlocking sentience, these beings don't have the capacity for that. They're very simple worker droids, and you'd be able to probably get the estimation these are like prototypes that were like first release versions, so they aren't that sophisticated. But based upon their names that they're being called, you get the sense that these are like bots to keep workers in line in the case of a strike. Not that wonderful, kind of happy this factory got shut down. So you get the sense that you'd be able to change their directive if you could get to those pylons and fiddle with them. But Harper, you've already been in here. You found Final in here. And so you would know that inside of this like managerial office, let me go to my little cutter tool here. that inside, I'm making more fog. You guys are seeing less and less by the minute. Inside of
less.
here, now, not something that you saw before that was deactivated. There is a switch inside of this management office, a switch that is specifically designed to kill the power to the whole building in the event of some kind of like catastrophe, like specifically designed to stop the manufacturing gear from critically damaging itself and halting productivity. But it would also cut the power to these automatons, shutting them down and taking them out of the fight. So those are the two options there.
I could do that.
And then Donnie, anything that you want to do?
So I don't really know about that room yet. I was wondering if I could fly over these guys here, just like at 15 feet, actually 10 feet above them.
Okay. Excellent.
And then
Swoosh.
right here, I'd like to cast, actually right here, I'd like to cast darkness.
I'm Batman.
Okay. Acknowledging the fact that if you because gonna let you
Now,
know, absolutely. What's up?
I'm sorry, let me be clear. If this conversation goes sideways, I'm readying an action to cast darkness.
100%.
Good to know.
Sorry.
Remind me. That's exactly. I was gonna say, like, if you do that, it's basically gonna pop off. Of course, I was gonna honor that. Just remind me of that if things pop off, just so we make sure we honor that. Okay.
Okay.
Okay. Absolutely awesome. So Harper and Final have that information. Are there any kind of preparations done to try to work with that?
As we're having these like side mouth conversations, I'm like, I can make a distraction for you guys to get to those automatons. Just give me the word and let me know and I'll go.
We might be able. So sorry, we might be able to reprogram them from that pylon. Maybe I can get Ruby over there.
I'll take the one there.
Okay.
Which one?
The one right next to me.
Oh shit, I didn't see that. Okay.
Do I perceive based on their visuals and their body language what they're planning to do by chance?
Yes, I will say that there's a common knowledge among all of you of what the general gist of the plan is.
Okay. All right, so whoever is least stealthy, oh wait, never mind. I can't. Never mind. Pass without a trace is just on me.
Yeah, it's on you and around you.
Yeah.
It's on more than one person.
But it's
just
within
30 feet of
yeah.
you.
Within 30 feet, yeah.
Okay, got it. So we have everybody kind of like. So everybody know. Is anybody moving farther into the factory, or is everybody kind of staying where
I
they are?
am.
Moving farther
Darling
in?
kind of moved forward.
I'm gonna get here.
Okay.
Can I
yeah,
see... Oh, I'm sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead.
Can I see anything around that would be like a bucket of water or something of that nature? Something that I could use to douse the flames?
Give me a quick perception check.
Ooh! 24.
A 24.
Natural
Nice.
19.
Nice.
This so again, there are like small puddles of water like on like the metallic like just plated floors around here. You're able to see cobwebs and like just derelict like trash thrown through windows, all that kind of shit.
Mm-hmm.
You're able to recognize that this is this is a factory that runs on steam tech. There is an ample amount of moisture that is produced, and upon the shutting down of the factory, the moisture that was still within these like golden steam pipes had to go somewhere. And you're able to look up and recognize that right just about here. I'm gonna quickly draw a little circle. Just right about there. Oh my god, that's fucking huge. Hold on, wow.
Whoa.
Just right about there.
Some flames.
You're able to see just a trickle of water coming from like the top paneling of the ceilings, like maybe like 20, maybe 25 feet above you. And you get the sense that there is a larger basin of water that is being fed into from just the rain and the constant steam that was made here months and months ago. And that maybe if you're able to attack the ceiling, enough water could come out to douse the flames.
Okay. Carmela, did you have something you were gonna do?
Do any of these 13 guys see Final going over to the pylon?
I was going to say yes. Before I kind of go into that, what are you thinking?
Okay, so if they see him go,
I could try and
over,
stealth.
I was gonna give you some cover if this works.
Yeah.
If this works out. But as Final goes, Carmela takes out her water skin, splashes a bit of water in her face, so her mascara starts running. And she's gonna come running into the room to this watcher. Sorry.
You're good.
13 member, and kind of throw herself on him and go, "What do you mean Kendrick left? He said we were supposed to meet here. We were gonna get back together."
So you're
I love you, Cate.
So you're able to watch as
No way this can fail.
all hands on pump bows now. You're able to watch as one of them knife hands over to Final to basically point him out. And the 13 member looks rifle kind of pump bow kind of down towards Darling's chest, not as on edge as before. And right as he's about to look over and see Final kind of creeping up, Carmela, you throw yourself onto him, and he goes, What are you talking about?
Just this fake cry. Kendrick contacted me and told me to meet him here, and it sounded like we were gonna get back together. What do you mean he left?
He looks to you and goes, "Who are you people?" Just so
You don't know who I am? I'm his girlfriend.
He looks to you, he got a 19 of her history check and goes, "Carmela, what are you? No, you guys broke it off months ago."
That's why I'm here, because we're gonna get back together. It's what he said.
He kept giving you clandestine military secrets. He can't do that.
Oh,
while
he
she-
tells everyone's secrets?
Final, give me a stealth check with advantage.
I cast Pass Without a Trace at this time as well.
Oh, everybody gets a plus 10 to
Nice.
stealth. Okay.
Nice.
Well, I rolled a net 20, so
Yeah.
Final, you are.
20.
I mean, I'm gonna keep it real, Final. You are able to rush over to the pylon and then straight up like Toy Story, just and then just completely collapse to the floor.
Andy's home.
Because it's a derelict Warforged factory, and so these guys they didn't even see, they saw you come in and you disappeared, but again, you get the sense these 13 members are kind of pieces of shit, and they don't really recognize Warforged autonomy, and so they just think there was just another body that they didn't recognize right there as you hit the floor.
You robot racist.
Question.
Yes.
Donnie was stealthing. What did he get for stealth before the Pass Without a Trace?
18.
Okay, and my perception was what? Was that the dirty 20?
The dirty
Or
20
Drew, would
Yeah,
you let
dirty
me
20.
try to perceive where he is?
Obviously, yeah, obviously.
Okay.
Go give me a perception check.
17. It was
Just me.
15.
Just 18.
So I've seen Donnie
Okay.
come in and he's up there.
Yep. Okay.
Will you let me send him a message?
Yeah. Oh, of course.
As this is going on
yeah.
with Carmela.
Oh, absolutely, yes. We got the Carmela situation as it's like, there's Noir style being like, baby, you gotta snap out of it. It's just kind of like,
But I love him.
you'll always have the sky piercer. Just kind of shaking you back and forth.
Stop shaking me. Get your hands off me, you pig.
You big galoof. He's never gonna take you back. You gotta clean up your act.
Smack.
So, you smack him. You're gonna see his helmet turns 360 degrees around.
Oh, the
Goes,
devil talk.
Okay, so yes, Darling and Donnie, message.
I'm gonna send a message to Donnie and be like, hey, behind you, above you. I think if we can hit that just right, we can douse the flames.
Your phone, who's this?
Alright.
I turn around, I look, alright, okay.
And then I'm gonna ooh.
yeah,
Oh,
darling.
Oh, I don't know if I should do that.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
Do it.
I'm gonna be like,
Do it.
Can I get some?
where
do
did
it's
you
in
guys
check?
say Fenric was going?
Okay, so that was the persuasion check. That was a dirty 20 because you were trying to figure it out.
That's what that was.
I'm now going to roll just one die. This has to be an 18 or above for him to not tell you just immediately. Because so far,
Oh my
you
God.
guys have been just weird enough to be convincing.
Oh God, confuse
Dude,
the enemy.
Hit them with confusion. My classic tactic.
So after getting smacked by Carmela, he rights his helmet once again and goes, they're heading over to the Platinum right now, but I wouldn't recommend that you guys go there because there's not gonna be that much left when they're done.
Okay.
Oh God. Well, that just sounds like a party I'd love to be at. And I'm gonna lay my hands on Carmela's shoulder, and I'm going to, at a third level, cast invisibility.
Carmela, you're still conscious. You disappear. You are completely invisible. And the 13 member looks and goes, just quick. That one.
Stupidity check.
He goes, she was so ashamed she disappeared off of this plane of existence. I thought that only happened in movies. Well, one less problem for us to worry about.
Did I
Wait,
cast shatter on that pipe?
maybe. Is Darling also invisible, or did you just cast?
Yes, both of
Okay,
us
okay.
disappeared.
Okay.
Nice.
Oh, I'm sorry. I meant cast it at a third level so that I
Yeah,
can.
no, you said.
Oh, got it.
You
hear
said.
both
You
of us.
said. You said.
And there goes the most beautiful man I've ever seen. After one of the most confusing conversations I've ever had. And he looks around and he goes, so why are the rest of you still here? All right, so what?
Shatter.
So we got shatter.
Yo.
All right. So
It's like just like point the nozzle and it sends a sonic wave.
okay, so before we hop into initiative order, we have Shatter getting popped off by Harper. We have Donnie with that darkness readied, and then we have Final wanting to investigate the pylon. Correct?
Yep.
Okay, all good. So first and foremost, this. This basin of water right above the fire does have a damage threshold. It's gonna be a damage threshold of 17. Meaning that if you damage this, but it does not meet the damage threshold, nothing will happen. If you beat the damage threshold, it will burst and douse all of the fires. Okay.
Yeah. Let me check. Oh wait, this one. Because it's shatter, so a creature made of inorganic material has disadvantage. Non-magical object that isn't being worn or carried also takes damage. Okay, yeah, never mind.
Okay.
I thought it took extra.
It is a ceiling full of water. It just automatically fails whatever check. Go ahead and roll your damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
2 1s. 13 thunder damage.
Oh.
Thunder damage.
As this sonic wave erupts out, you're able to notice as the metal kind of like, as like a couple like bolts shoot out, like one metal sheet, kind of like bends down, some more water begins dripping, but it has not burst yet. It has not yet torrented over the fire. We have Donnie with darkness. Correct? Okay, so.
Yes.
If you want to draw it out, you definitely can. Let me know where you cast your darkness and who it would cover up.
Okay. I don't know how to draw, but I'll do my very.
No
There's a
problem. I got
little
you.
pin tool. Draw.
Ah.
Come on,
So
Donnie,
I'm
save
here-
us.
Be like here, and I guess 5, 10, 15 here. So it'd be
Beautiful.
That is so smart. That is such a
Beautiful.
smart way of doing that. I don't know
Beautiful.
why we haven't
That's
thought
how
of
I
that
make
before.
circles.
Perfection. Okay. Donnie's
Flawless.
darkness. Immediately, Carmela, Darling, you both become invisible. This 13 trooper becomes so confused, and all of you are covered in darkness as the flap of a raven's, like, just a torrent of raven feathers covers up everything around you, and you are, the sun is blotted out. And then we have Final at the pylon. Final, please give me, I'm going to say it's a tech check. It's going to be intelligence plus proficiency. It's going to be a DC 20. All right?
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Yes.
Where is proficiency? +3. Well, that's poopy. Don't
Oh,
worry about it.
what'd you get? What'd
I
you
rolled a
get?
3 + 3, so 6.
Oh,
So Final, you're able to place your hand onto the pylon, and you are able to essentially. So you do get a sense immediately. You can feel like a course of blue electrical energy course through you. Your eyes momentarily glow blue, and as you're holding onto it, you realize that this is not going to be the same as it was with Whiskey Sour. This isn't just bringing like ambient waves back to a machine. You're going to have to hop into this pylon and alter the signals that it is getting. So it's going to be a lot more difficult than just turning a machine back on. Know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dang it.
And but also not 20 stealth. You are on the ground just with a hand on it, so nobody thinks you're doing anything suspicious whatsoever. And with that,
Don't
I
be
need everybody here to roll
suspicious.
initiative.
don't be suspicious. Don't
All
be
right.
suspicious. Don't be
Be
suspicious.
Don't be suspicious.
All right, initiative from everybody.
Oh God, yes! My dice love me tonight.
Nat 1.
Oof. It's 13 for me, dog.
Dog.
I got 11.
That'd be an 8.
Okay.
21.
Use that.
Oh,
nat 20
darling,
this time.
baby. She's gonna be darling and. Okay, this should be relatively quick. We got there, Donnie. All right, and Carmela, sadly, in dead last.
Oof. She's just so heartbroken.
I'm so heartbroken.
She's like, I'm fine.
Exactly.
Let me
Anyway.
compose myself.
Anyway,
Hey there,
Anyway.
Toots. He doesn't love you no more.
I don't love. Who said I loved him?
You were just a drop in the bucket to him. Nothing but a glass of water and a wave. All right.
Steve, your accent sounded like an old Jewish grandma. By the way.
You never write, you never
Yeah.
call.
Exactly.
I have one of those new answering machines. They're good for 1,000 years.
Oh my God.
Those fucking things are
Gotta
built to
buy
last.
tapes for it.
Shit outlasted the Roman Empire. Goddamn. All right, so we hop into initiative with Darling. Darling, you cannot see a single thing. You are trapped in darkness and fully invisible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna back out.
Okay, you rush out, the world reveals itself, and you're able to see Final, Woody from Toy Story. You're able to see Harper over by the door, and you're able to see the fire with all that crazy shit going on there. What do you do? And this 13 member directly to yourself.
I am going to do a whole. It would take all of my movement to get behind this guy. I'm going to. Oh God. Sorry. I am going to cast Thunderwave invisibly.
Okay.
So does he get disadvantage on this check since like there's no indication anything's gonna happen, or how do you rule that?
Yeah, I'm gonna say that you rushing up behind this guy invisibly. He feels a gust of wind to his side, with a burning bonfire to his left, and he goes, "It's time to kill," and then you can cast Thunderwave with him getting disadvantage on the save.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Nice.
So that's a con save of 16.
Con save of 16. That is a failure on this 13 members on this 13 member save.
So that's going to be 13, ironically enough, damage.
Ah, okay, got it. And is there any knockback ability with that?
It does. He is moved. Oh my god, 10 feet away from me. So, yeah, 10 feet toward Harper, actually.
Okay, so just 10 feet directly forward?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
And my invisibility on myself has dropped, but I'm still concentrating on Carmela's.
Okay. You come. Any song to accompany your thunder wave?
Oh shoot! There would have been, and I totally forgot to bring up my music. I'm so sorry.
You're totally cool. You get to rock and
sing us
Harper
a
on deck,
tune.
by the way.
I think that's the end of my turn. I don't think I can really do anything else for bonus action. Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Not a if you find that little song, we can always do it in a little bit. But Harper, that is on you. What are you doing?
Harper's gonna move this one a little over here, and he's gonna point his nozzle at the burn pile.
Okay.
A bit of kind of almost like the Ghostbuster kind of beam comes out, grabs something 5 pounds or less, but solid, that is on fire in the bonfire, and use catapult to shoot it at the same 13 member.
Holy shit! What an awesome idea.
Nice.
Go ahead and roll your attack. I think it's an attack roll for catapult, right?
It's Dex 16.
Dex 16. I'm going to say that if they fail this by 5 or more, you can add an extra d6 of fire damage onto this. Okay.
Dang.
All right, Dex save.
I found the song.
What is the song?
Boy, oh boy, did you make a big blunder? Take every bit of this fabulous thunder.
Whoo!
Hell yeah.
13 member is shot forward just for a moment, is above this conveyor belt as Harper is able to proton
Right in
ray,
the back of the
grab
head.
onto some papers, chuck it towards a 13 member, and with a 7 on the die, 5 with the modifier up to a 10, 5 less than the save. Go ahead and roll me that damage plus
He's
1d6 fire.
Ones.
Damage is
so
damage is damage.
Yep.
10. One of those is fire.
These are
Can you
goobers.
get your
They don't-
stuff together, buddy?
I'm trying to pull my head out of my ass.
You're able to
Steven,
watch
I'm gonna
as
need
these
you to pull your head out of your
it's
ass.
not so much the impact from the object, but these burning pages and papers slip into his armor and begin burning him from the inside as he goes, "Time to kill." Immediately.
And then bonus action, I'm gonna and Bertha is gonna detach off of my my backpack and kind of stand up, and the gun's gonna come out. And wait, is it a bonus action too? Yeah. So I'm going to fire my cannon.
Alrighty.
Force ballista at yeah, that same 13 member. Why not?
Okay. Kill
so
her.
let me pull up that stat.
Bertha. We're gonna put Bertha right here, and I believe you can move Bertha.
Perfect.
Right?
Yeah. So, yeah. Oh, that's. Hang on, I gotta find the freaking stats. Oh, there it is. No,
Miss
it's
me on
not.
here.
Jeez.
Also, thank you for everybody in chat who's
Sorry,
sticking
this
around.
is-
We deeply appreciate it.
Your
We
face
hope
is
you're
being
having
weird.
as good a time as we are. And I hope everybody's
Hell
having
yeah!
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
This guy, also, by the way, this guy's almost dead. You have immediately almost killed
These
this
are
13.
Pretty
Goobers.
sure that's gonna be 14 plus 8.
To hit,
Yeah.
absolutely hits.
All right.
Go ahead and roll that damage.
Oh, there it is.
Battle jazz.
6. 6 force damage.
6 force damage. Okay.
And is moved 5 feet away from the cannon.
Okay, excellent. So we're gonna say this all happens simultaneously. So it's knocked forward by Darling, hit by burning pages, set on fire, and then so where do you put Bertha?
Honestly, right there is perfect.
Okay.
Kind of pushing it back towards the fire.
You whip around and you can like plant your backpack like on the manufacturing station. You're able to hear tss as it like breaks away from your body. And then like, so what's the force damage from Bertha look like?
It's just this big cannon. Like, Bertha looks like Boston Dynamics dog. And compartment on the top, the entire length of it opens up. And a gun, the entire length of the body just pops up. Zeroes in and like a fucking cannon going off.
Yeah. With the insane recoil, you're able to watch as essentially you guys are playing tennis with this 13 member who is blown 5
blows
feet,
off.
Yeah, towards Darling and is currently going that all you got, and he is on death's fucking door. He is so close to death.
Nice.
All right.
Nice.
Which will then take us down to 13 members, 1 and 2 in the darkness. I don't know. I guess the first thing they would do is run out of the darkness, essentially. However, Donnie kind of like playing along with the fact that, you know, it is darkness. Carmela is still invisible. And you are not seen by them. And so this one has 5 feet of movement there. It's going to be 5, 10, 15. 15 right there, and then it's going to be that guy's gonna stay right there. We're gonna have one take a shot at Harper and one take a shot at Darling. All right?
Boo. I dislike that on Pinterest.
Disliked on a Pinterest.
Thumbs down.
Thumbs
All right,
down.
got that.
You youngins in your words.
Oh, and you know what?
It's
Actually,
Pinterest, Sam. It's been around forever.
I was gonna say. What word? Pinterest? Thumbs down?
I don't know what that
Dislike?
is.
Thumbs. I don't know what
Sharing.
thumbs are.
Darling.
Pinterest.
Darling, as you were able to cast that thunder wave, as you kind of like arch your body, like, you know, with your lute in hand casting it, you're able to hear and a bolt shoots directly like through like in the space underneath your arm where you're holding the lute and penetrates right into the forehead of a Warforged head directly to your right. As you watch this 13 member and cock it back to fire again, as he has missed his first attack on you through the bonfire.
That's just rude.
Harper, you I'm gonna need you to make a dex save DC 14.
Dex save. Oh boy. Oh, nat 17 for an 18.
Nat 17 for an 18. I need to change that fill color very quickly. That is incorrect. Give me 1 second. As you are able to watch as this 13 member brings out a little canister. You're able to watch as sparks begin flying out of it as he goes and hucks it towards you. He goes, good, and he throws it at you. As this like weird like fizzing canister hits right by your feet, it begins to spin on its axis and begins to shoot this like burning hot, almost liquid out everywhere in like a 5-foot radius around you. And you're going to take, it was halved, you're going to take 4 points of fire damage, but you're not ignited.
Oh, easy.
As the ground around you becomes hostile terrain engulfed in fire.
Harper, let's hear it.
Oh, God.
You start fucking
Payback
like,
for the pavement.
You start jumping in the air like you're Mario 64, like fucking all that stuff.
It's me, Harper.
Like do that jump where my legs kick and I'm grabbing my butt.
Exactly. So we then cut down to Final and Donnie. What are you guys doing? Final up first. Donnie on deck.
All right.
I am going to try and hack this thing again.
Okay. Intelligence plus proficiency. It's a DC of 20.
Own the box.
Come on, give me something good. Yo.
And if it succeeds,
You
you gotta
wouldn't
say,
even
I'm in.
believe me if I told you it was another tech 20.
Yeah! Let's
Nice.
go!
Let's fucking
Everybody's in chat!
go!
Ugh.
you
All right, so
Okay. Final, immediately you're able to
Picture
turn this
that.
like blue electricity into just pure golden energy. As you're able to hear, new management recognized. Current prerogative.
yay.
Yippee!
That's your response. Yay.
It's asking you what
All
to
right.
do, Sam.
So, does it have eyes that can see in the darkness? Like,
Nope.
They're robot eyes. Like, is there any kind of true seeing thing, or is it just like regular photoreceptors?
Issue with optical devices. All I see is black.
I'm going to order it to walk towards. If we're talking about just in the screen, like to my left, so that it can get out of the darkness.
Okay, got it. So you, I will let you know right now. This thing has, it's an AC of 14, an HP of 50, and has 20 feet of movement.
Yeah, so let me show you. Like, can I show on
you guys
here?
can move
there's
the
a
tokens
pointer.
if you
Yeah,
want.
you can move it.
You can move them.
Oh, okay.
Don't worry, guys. Everyone can play with the toys. It's all right. Sharing
Right
is caring.
here. And
Get off my
then
minis. You'll wreck them.
that was about 15 feet of movement. And then is he strong enough to pick up like one of these coffins and huck it at that ceiling?
When you mention coffin, so you're currently looking, so you're currently up against the, like the manufacturing, like the conveyor belt, basically. However, I will also tell you that he does have, supervisor and management both have abilities called throw, where they can pick up some of the derelict objects and chuck them as ranged attacks. So, if you would like to, now I think you would also have an extra 5 feet of movement if you'd like to go down towards the 13 member. If you want to make a ranged attack, you can also, I can tell you what you are going to add to this attack. What do you want to do?
I want to throw something at the ceiling to try and break it.
Okay,
Damn,
absolutely.
Deborah.
Not a problem. You're able to grab onto an unfinished Warforged torso that has no legs, no arms, and no head. It's the closest object to you that you'd be able to throw. And if you want to chuck that up towards the ceiling, I will allow that.
Yes.
Now, so go ahead and give me, give me an attack. It's going to be +5, and you're going to have to hit like a 17, let's say.
I rolled a 15.
15? Oh, in total or like just on the die?
No, on the die I rolled a 15, so +5, 20, 30, 20.
Perfect,
Yeah.
awesome. So how about this? Because now we're into the point where I'm just making stuff up on the spot. Because the base damage of this throw is not going to beat the damage threshold. Why don't we say that whatever damage you do to the metal ceiling, I will lower the damage threshold by half of it. Make sense?
Okay.
All right, so go ahead and roll me. So you definitely hit it. Roll me 1d12 plus 2.
1d12 plus 2.
Go, Sam, go.
A 9.
A 9, perfect. We're gonna roll up because I like you guys, so it's gonna lower the damage threshold to 12.
Okay.
Okay, as you're able to watch this thing. Yes, destroy company property, and just throws this torso with a speed that is truly frightening to think that this thing was once fighting you, as it hucks it up towards the ceiling, and the torso explodes in gears and wires and rains down upon everything in the southern half. Excellent play.
That's a shame.
Sam, we're going to say that final operating this bot is going to act as his, so if you would like to disconnect final and, stop controlling this thing, you can absolutely do that. There is no way of setting this thing to, have autonomous control with your new directive. So if you let go of this, it's going to go back to its original programming. But if you
I'm
want
just going to hold on for dear life.
Okay, if you want to move and control it, we're going to say that's your turn. You can use its movement, its attacks, its things like that. Make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, absolutely awesome. And
How many attacks does it have?
it only has one attack, because I didn't want to murder you guys during the...
I just had to let my rogue out a little bit.
There you go. There you go.
TPK. TPK.
So, Donnie, still within this darkness, what do you do?
All right, so I rise above the darkness and then
Okay.
I go punch the
Rise
ceiling.
above.
Go punch the ceiling. Okay. Okay, not a
Rise
problem.
above the darkness and punch the ceiling.
It's like
This is the most
Make me fly, boy.
I've ever heard you say.
science couldn't do it, robots couldn't get it done. But you know what can? Good old American Knuckles. So
That's
here's-
right.
So go ahead and give me as many attack rolls as your character allows if you wish to, and if you beat the DC, you can use your attack rolls elsewhere. Makes sense? So it's like I'm not gonna make you waste all of them if you just immediately beat the damage threshold.
Okay, I rolled an 11 plus 7, so 18.
That's immediately gonna hit. Absolutely.
Okay.
Get it.
Damage threshold of 12.
damage. Come on, Josh.
Ooh, I don't think I'm gonna be able to.
Come on, Josh.
You got it. Just keep hitting it.
I'll keep it.
Does it get sneak attack?
Is the damage threshold
he's a
12
monk.
within?
Oh, right, monk. Right. What are you?
Is the damage threshold 12 within one
Yes.
person's round?
So what I was gonna say is that if he does multiple attacks as the part of one action, we're gonna add that damage onto itself.
Okay. So that's fucking awesome.
So that's 6.
Do it again.
Come on,
Do it again.
Donnie. Get them good old American knuckles.
That is a 17.
17 damage or 17 to hit.
17 to hit. Sorry, 6 damage so far.
6 damage so far. Excellent. 17 does hit. Got it.
Cue the eagle screech sounder.
And there's another 6.
Oh,
So 12.
exactly what you needed.
Oh my word.
Weakened by supervisors Chuck, thanks to Final. Weakened by Harper's like Proton Ghostbuster Blast. Donnie, how do you take this section of ceiling apart?
So I see what they were aiming at to try to get the water down. So I just go up there with my talons kind of like flat palmed and just stab into it, grab it, and like pull it out.
Oh, like a Bruce Lee 1-inch punch, you are
Yes.
able to
Yes.
rip your talons in, yank this metal plate off, and automatically the most foul-smelling water you've ever smelt in your life begins whooshing out of the ceiling at the perfect angle to... Oh my god, let me get my little selector tool up here. I'm just gonna move the darkness momentarily. I'm gonna move it back. Nobody panic.
Panic.
Calm down, it's all right.
Can I panic if we're at a disco?
And douse all of these pieces of information that are in the center of this factory. Now, all of them are wet and completely soaked. That is better than being burned black to ash. Excellent job, guys.
Nice.
Excellent teamwork.
Nice one, Donnie.
Sweet. Okay, so that was about 35 feet of fly speed. I am going to... Am I still stealthy? Have people noticed me?
I'll do a quick perception roll for the 13 members. The automatons...
Do you want me to re-roll since I have passed without a trace still?
Go ahead and re-roll because you do get a plus 10 on top of your other modifiers, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah.
Well, that's excellent. Okay, so 30.
Okay, you get a 30. So one of the 13 member right here, he does see you with a nat 20. The other two are completely oblivious.
Okay. I guess I fly back into the darkness 5 feet away from this person.
And you're gone. And he goes, I see you up there.
I've been seen.
Never mind.
Where'd it go?
They're
That's
just
some
too
American
damn
hiding.
slippery. Just yelling back and forth. Okay. And Donnie, as you just Adam Warlock back into the darkness. Is there anything else?
As I'm flying into the darkness, I notice that guy see me and I give him a rude gesture.
Which one? There are many. Okay.
I have talents. I don't know if I can flick him off, but some evil bird
He's
thing
like,
that would...
you dickhead, I get the message. I know what you're trying to do.
disappears.
Gotta hit him with that American Eagle screech. All right. Okay, so that would then take us down to... Is that your turn?
Yeah. that's all
Okay,
I can
perfect.
do.
That then brings us to the 13 member who will simply not back down with 1 hit point remaining, is going to get back up. How did the font for Darling get so fancy?
Ooh.
I didn't see
Changed
that.
it.
All good. You're totally cool.
Nice.
Gets up, pump bow in hand, and is going to take an attack on Darling.
Sure.
Boo.
No.
All right, that
Boo,
is
you, sir.
definitely going to hit.
Boo.
Boo this man. Boo.
Boo. Boo.
It's a phony.
Boo this man.
Okay, that's going to hit. That is going to deal you. Darling. I want to make sure I'm getting all my math right. There's a lot going on. 11 points of piercing damage. As you, because again, so much stuff is happening simultaneously. Your head whips over. You see the guy that's shooting at you to your west. You're able to see the water come down like a torrent. You're able to watch as supervise this giant like clockwork mech is chucking torsos around, and immediately, so you're able to watch this guy gets up to his knee, and a pump bow bolt hits you directly in the shoulder.
Oh, that's not fair.
Okay. That then takes us down to management and supervisor. Supervisor is final, nothing to do there. And we then got manager is going to stomp his way on over.
Uh-oh.
And with that, who exactly got that covered right there? 13 member didn't shout out for him to do anything. Harper's currently on fire through darkness. The only person that he would have a line of sight on would be Darling. Darling, another attack is going to be coming your way.
Rip.
No.
Yep, go for it. It's okay. It's okay.
I
I'll
hope my
probably be
logic
fine.
made sense there.
Yes, it did. And
Okay.
you don't have to explain shit to me. You're the DM.
my
Darling
job
just
is to be the
Darling
DM stands for
dies.
delightful. All right. Okay.
Delightful master.
But kind of like staying with this kind of like beat up like the scat jazz kind of effort of this fight. As you take this bolt to the shoulder, as you twirl backwards, you are able to watch as a metal warforged leg whizzes past your head and collides with the machinery, narrowly missing you, saving you from 1d12 plus 2 damage. As that was Supervisor's turn. So we then wrap over to Carmella. Carmella, finally ready to act invisible. You can't see anything. What are you doing?
Darling, do you need to make a concentration check for? Because you took
I need to
damage.
make a concentration check. That's right. Thank you.
Oh, I got the best players in the world. I would have totally forgotten.
Ooh, I didn't make it.
Oh
What'd you-
no!
What you only took 11 damage?
Yeah, so it's DC
Yeah,
10.
so it's a DC 10. I
Yeah.
missed by 1.
No.
Oh, no. Yeah, there's nothing I can do about it.
That's what I get for asking the teacher if we had homework.
Well, it's okay. Don't panic, because although you can see yourself, nobody can see you. You're
Yeah,
still
that's
scared.
true.
He's still in
That's-
darkness.
That's
All we
very
hear
true.
is a-
Oh my god, amazing.
Okay, so I'm no longer invisible. That's okay. I
That
will.
was cool for like 6 seconds.
Yeah, no, it was a great move. Can I feel my way through the darkness and move towards the bonfire?
Yes, you absolutely can.
Okay, so I'll take.
Well, the bonfire's
tw-
totally doused. It's just wet books, scrolls, and papers.
Yeah,
now.
no, I know. I just
Okay.
want to stay in the darkness. I want to get to like the very edge of it. And can I start taking papers from the bonfire and putting them in my bag of holding?
1,000,000% yes. And actually, what I'm gonna say, okay. If you want to do it as an object interaction, you can do a sleight of hand check to see like if you're able to grab anything. If
Okay.
you would like to use your entire turn to just grab information, like to just grab everything, I will say that you guys do not have to kill the remainder of these people and can just leave.
Yep, I would like to take my entire turn to do just that.
Okay, got it. Carmella, on hands and knees, you begin taking like wet papers and wet scrolls and wet books, like ledgers. You don't know what you're grabbing here and there and here and there. Give me a quick perception check to see if you can glean any information or of like what you're grabbing here.
Okay, sorry. When did I add +4 to perception? Why was I adding +1 before?
Womp womp.
It don't matter. That's an 8.
That's an 8 for a 12. So Carmella, I am gonna.
No. A 4 for an 8.
Oh, a 4 for an 8. Okay,
total.
got it.
Yeah.
So what I am gonna say is that you know, because you're able to like feel around and you're able to feel like like big, thick, heavy like ledgers, and you're able to feel like the old papyrus of like ancient like prototype documents. You know you're getting important stuff, but you don't know what it's related to. All right? Okay, so here's where we're standing after round number 1. Combat has popped off. No one has died as of yet, enemy or friend. But Carmela, using her entire turn to grab as much information as she can, has grabbed information that you guys needed from here. Meaning that in the next round, if you would want to just leave and begin fleeing through the mills, that is an option. But we're gonna hop to that after a little bit of a break. Sound good?
Sounds good.
Okay. Well, then everybody, well, I hope we're all having a good time so far. I hope everybody in chat's enjoying themselves. Super, super cool. And can't wait to see you guys back in a little bit. See you soon.
Party on.
Yeah. And we are back. All right. So, we are back at the top of the initiative order. I'll just let everybody know that, like, you are all able to recognize that Carmela books are disappearing. Like, you're seeing hands shoot out of the darkness and just throw shit into the darkness. Carmela has grabbed all the information you guys need from this place. There is no need to finish killing off the 13 or the automatons unless you want to. So with that, Darling, you are acting first with Harper on deck.
Oh, good. All right.
Reminder, that guy in front of you has 1 hit point.
1 hit point.
I know.
Between you and the door.
I think I am gonna go ahead and run up to him and thunderwave him again.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm gonna need a con save. I mean, I guess it doesn't matter.
Damage.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Oh my god. Yeah, I'm gonna Oh, Darling has a moment of inner turmoil, and then he's like, well, bad guy.
I will also say non-lethal damage is a thing in my game for enemies. If you would like to do non-lethal damage and just knock this guy, if you guys want to kidnap one of these guys, that's also a thing you can do. So,
yeah, I'm gonna just try to knock him out. I'm gonna try to just knock his feet out from under him so he kind of smacks his head or whatever. Something to just, yeah.
He goes, I like to do my killing before breakfast anyway. He slips on you blow his ankles out from under him. He slips, and he is out like a light. You're able to hear it, like his helmet, it's like a bell ringing, and this guy is out for the count.
Okay, and then I'm gonna run over his body. I'm fucking making my way for the door.
Back towards the entrance.
Like, come on, guys. Let's get out of here. We gotta get to the
platinum.
The platinum. Our origins. Let's
Nailed it.
Okay, excellent. Go, Darling. Excellent. Okay. Oh, what's good, Tavern Talks? Thanks for coming in. Appreciate it.
Yay!
Absolutely awesome. Okay, then we got Harper on deck. Harper, what are you doing?
Harper's going to pull a gadget out of his, disconnect it from his backpack, kind of wind it up, and then toss it into the middle of the darkness.
Okay.
And all this thing does is detonation in 3, 2, and the boop, 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 boop. But literally, that's all it does.
Oh, okay. It doesn't even.
I can make little gadgets that, do distractions and stuff.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check.
Voice.
Oh, wow!
Tiny Harper.
A natural 20.
That's a natural 20.
Nice.
-1, but
you're able to watch as the 13 member on the northern side of the darkness goes, grenade! Everybody get down! And runs and puts himself underneath Final, thinking that he's completely just a limp corpse, waiting for an explosion that never comes.
And then I'm going to get the fuck out of the fire and run out the door.
And you rush out of the door. Your your pants and whatever scraps of paper or just mechanical bits of oil kind of sparking on your boots as you're able to hightail it out of there.
Yeah, I'm definitely covered in oil, so I'm trying to wipe that off.
Okay, rushing out of the building. Perfect. Harper, we will say, actually, because Bertha is still in there and can just be, recalled basically at any time, we'll say that you're still in initiative. If you want to, cast spells to the door, you can.
Actually, real quick, why isn't, Bertha... Yeah, we'll leave her there for now.
Okay, not a problem at all. So that is Darling, that is Harper. So we're gonna go down to the 213 members with not a clue as to what they are going to do. Okay. First of all, 13 member that is currently underneath final is gonna take half his movement to and get back up and go a dummy grenade, smart move, psychological warfare. And is then going to fuck it. I got no idea.
Can Final take an opportunity attack?
I will say that is very funny. Yes, final opportunity attack.
Also, can my
right.
device still just be beeping?
Oh, just still beeping? Absolutely,
Still?
yes.
Just beep, 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 beep.
What'd you
Just
get?
higher and higher and higher.
Absolutely. Final, what'd you get?
I got a. Ooh, give me a second. That is a 26 to hit.
Absolutely, go ahead and roll damage.
All right. Hiya! That's 10 damage.
10
Hi-ya.
damage. Perfect. How do you attack this guy as he's getting out from underneath you?
As he's getting out from underneath me, he passes right by the scabbard, so I just open it up really quickly and slash at him.
It's like a fucking because he presses you up, he's getting out from underneath you, and your eyes just go and he goes, "Oh, you're alive!" as he scatters away. He scatters up. He's gonna try to attack you with his short sword, kind of fumbling. He draws it out and is gonna stab down towards you. You are still prone technically, so he's gonna get advantage. But you have an AC of 22, so he needs a 19 to hit you.
Yep.
Jesus. And with that, he successfully hits you, and it and glances off
no.
your back plate. Does not find purchase in any of your wires. You're totally fine.
Nice.
All right. 13 member number 2 is actually going to begin. Let's see. He's going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And then dash action to 5, 10, 15.
Oh no.
And basically disappears from the combat.
Oh no.
All right, got
I'm
it.
sure that's fine.
He's doing that kind of stuff, which means we then go down to Final and Donnie on deck. Final, what are you doing?
So pretty much everybody's still in here, right? Except for Harper,
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, but we gotta
I'm looking
go.
at the map
They
and I'm
got
like,
plenty of
yeah,
movement,
everybody's
though.
still here.
They'll probably be out by your next turn.
Yeah. I got movement.
Movement for days.
Movement for days.
All right.
Yeah, but if I disengage, then that the robots could come after you guys.
Do what you gotta do. Do what you gotta do. We're good.
Screw it. I'm gonna be the hero and then march this robot up over here to this robot right here and attack.
Rock'em sock'em. Okay.
Rock'em sock'em.
Go ahead and give me. This is going to be an attack which I nicknamed the Bash. +6 to hit. Go ahead and roll it.
Okay, so 16 plus 6 is 22.
Absolutely gonna hit. This is going to be 2d6 + 6.
No.
Get him, Sam.
Get him. Get him.
16 damage.
16 damage. And also, given it is the Bash attack, you are able to watch as not enough room, need to make cuts. You're able to watch a supervisor rocks up to middle manager, goes, and Rock'em Sock'em Robots knocks it, and you're able to watch as this ginormous robot weighing at least 300 pounds goes, stumbles backwards and destroys one of these conveyor belts with a 10-foot knockback ability.
Nice.
As
Correct.
Supervisor.
This is real life supervisor behavior.
Josh is my supervisor. He's done that to me before.
And final, if you would like to disengage and basically get like your turn back, so it's like, so you just did that, but if you'd like to use your movement and just disengage and just kind of let the robot come back, you can do that if you want to.
Yeah, I'll do that. Like, okay. I bought you guys a little bit of time, and I'm just gonna like run away.
Okay. Well, go ahead and move your little token. Where do you run to?
That's how one runs away.
Towards the door. Yeah, well, I'm lying down right now, so I'm just gonna roll. So you have 15 feet of movement. This will be 5, 10, 15. And I'll say, final, as you raise your arms up, you're able to feel your chest and back plates go and expand out, so you're perfectly cylindrical, and you're just fucking rolling like Bender towards the door.
Excellent.
Perfect.
Roll.
All right. So, final, that your turn?
Yep.
Perfect. Then, Donnie, what you doing?
Donnie is going to make a beeline for the window.
Okay, absolutely cool. Holy, you have so many rings.
I'm
What are you,
sorry.
Ariana Grande?
I was bored. But I'm not going to leave right away. I'm going to ensure everyone gets out before.
Some gold teeth too, buddy.
Silently shooting off to the east towards the window that you came in from, Donnie, not having to attack a single person, but definitely disrupting the overall organization of this combat. Go ahead and give me a stealth check to see if anybody can see you.
I need water.
I made water.
I need to make water.
All right, so that is a 16 plus 7. I can math. 20, 33.
Water.
A 33?
Water.
You all begin to question if Donnie truly existed at all. As Donnie is nothing but a shadow of a bird. Like, essentially, a flock of birds begins flying by the window, and Donnie, you're able to basically replicate their shadows, so it is as if you were just a force of nature that cannot be even perceived. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's fucking nuts. Make it to the window, absolutely perfect, which means we then go down to management and supervisor. Supervisor and management cannot see Carmela in the darkness, so what they are going to do is 5, 10, and we get my little measurement tool here.
Get out of my darkness.
15, 20, so you can get right to the center here. And they're slowly beginning to pursue. Carmela, not in your threatened radius. 5, 10,
Hello,
15,
Carmela,
20,
my old
moving
friend.
forward there. It's both of them. Carmela, you are on deck. What are you doing?
Okay. I will skitter out of the darkness and go over to I know you took him off the map, but is 13 member 3's body still outside the darkness?
Yes it is. You're able to it's sleeping soundly.
Can I loot his body and look for car keys or any kind of
Oh.
vehicle?
Don't have the truck.
Give
He's gonna run.
Give me a quick give me a quick like sleight of hand check to see if you're able to find like some car keys in there.
With pleasure, Daniel. Oh.
What?
That's a reference.
I'll show it later. That was an 11.
An 11. So you're able to see his pump bow like across his sling. You're able to see some of those like fire grenades that his other like compatriots had. But searching his pockets, if you would like to use your action to do it again, I will allow you to re-roll that. But you're not able to find car as you're able to hear these robots moving towards the door. So like you're stressed out looking around for them.
Can I put my fingers in my mouth, whistle for Arf to come in I can put him on the map. I can put him on the map. You don't have to.
1,000,000%. Arf.
Can he give me the help action as I to try again and look through?
You and Arf have to you. It's kind of coming in. You and Arf have definitely looted bodies for car keys before. He begins like and like tearing into pockets, just kind of throwing shit all over the place. Go ahead and roll with advantage.
Okay.
Oh boy, off.
There we go. That's better. Thank you, Arf. You're such a good boy. That is a 21.
With a 21, you are able to reach into like an inside like vest pocket, like little like zip pocket, and yank out an ignition key for a steam car somewhere around the factory. You're not sure where.
Okay. Yep. I give Arf some good pets and metallic scritches. And then with the rest of my movement, I think I only used 5 feet to get out of the darkness. So I'm like, good boy, come on, we gotta go. And I'm gonna have both of us hoof it towards the door.
Okay, you guys both hoofing it towards the door. I gotta reset the music. Hold on. There we go. All right. Hoofing it towards the door. A bit of a log jam right there. We're going to do one more little round of combat to get all of you out of there, as we're going to loop back around to Darling, roiling fire, starting to lick up onto these like Warforged transportation coffins. What do you do?
I'm gonna see the fire right next to me and be like, gotta get out, gotta get out, gotta get out, gotta get out. And I am just going to run outside.
Okay.
I run away.
Okay.
Bravely run
Yes,
away.
bravery.
Yes, exactly. Okay, perfect.
Heroism.
Darling, no need for any spell. We're gonna like basically you have been removed from the combat. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Harper, because Bertha's still inside. Any attack rolls from Bertha?
Yeah. I mean, Bertha's just gonna fire at this guy.
Okay, no problem.
Let's see. Oof. That's gonna be 17 to hit.
17 is going to hit. Go ahead and roll damage.
Oh, sick. Actually, like, she's gonna like jump down, start heading towards the door, and then do it from here so that he gets pushed back.
Okay.
Let's see. 2d8, yeah. I have been rolling trash damage. That is 6 force damage and push back 5 feet.
Okay, got it. Push back 5 feet as another massive cannon shot hits this guy right in the chest as he goes, and he's knocked backwards. He stumbles back. Perfect.
I'm gonna finish running out and hop onto my latch onto my backpack.
Latches onto you, forms back into the tank, and Bertha can be removed from the battlefield as Bertha is safe. Perfection. All right. 13 member, down to the 13 member 1 and 2. 13 member 2 is currently. Also, I can get this guy out of here. Hold on. You are not relevant. You're dead. Knocked out. 13 member 2 is off doing his own little thing. We'll get to that a little bit later. 13 member number 1, after being knocked down, is going to rush down to here. He's going to raise his pumpo, and he's going to take a shot at Final, the bot that stabbed him.
No.
13.
Also,
Good
real
luck.
quick, can I just say I love battle jazz? I love it.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Jazz.
it's, again, like very kind of like scat bebopping around.
Fire my
He
crossbow.
manhandled me. I was just reacting.
Surprisingly enough, with a 19 on the die, is going to hit you.
Excuse me. So Arf has a deflect attack reaction. He will take that reaction to impose disadvantage on the attack roll.
Fucking
Oh, get
awesome
wrecked.
move.
Arf, arf.
With a 6 on the die, we are not gonna get it done. Carmela, how does
Yes.
Arf? So everything slows down. As a bolt begins flying towards like the back of like Final's shoulder. What does Arf do to prevent the bolt from making contact?
I'll save you, Mr. President.
You're down, Mr. President.
Fight it out of the air.
As we're running, and I see this fucker taking a shot at my buddy, I'll lean to Arf and I say, "You recognize that scent? Sick 'em." And he will just go for the ankle.
So you want
Legit
Arf to
chills.
rush towards the 13 member?
Yeah.
Is that part? So he can deflect missiles. Is he able to? You know what? Given it's.
Oh, sorry. That was just for flavor, but yes. And because what was he shooting with?
Just a crossbow, like a bolt's coming towards Final right now.
Yeah, he will kind of like leap up like a show dog and like corkscrew spin and like one paw hits the bullet out of the air.
Yeah! As it scatters off, hits onto the metal wall, and explodes into shards.
Arf!
Nice.
Good boy.
You master.
Perfect. That is both of them.
Good old robot.
Final and Donnie. Donnie, you're basically already escaped. If you want to do anything, you definitely can. But Final, what are you doing?
I leave a fart in the
Escape.
room.
You escape. You just want to run
I'm
out.
gonna
Consider it.
stand up and then whoop right out the
Just
door.
roll out the door.
Okay. Final stands up and rushes out of the door. Final removed from combat. Perfect.
As he rolls, he drops lungs and kidneys out of his chassis.
But not
Guys,
his
he is
work.
not
It's just
collecting people's
actually
organs,
someone's
okay?
work.
Dear God.
Prove.
That will be Final's career after we save the world.
Yes.
It's like the fucking Stand By Me. Where are they in
It's
7
how I
years?
become a
And it's
real
like,
boy, okay?
Final went on to terrorize
you wanna
Golden
buy a
Steam for
pancreas?
decades to come.
He's rusty from all the blood that's just been sitting.
A serial killer who is completely silent, who leaves no DNA evidence. Police wonder if he's just a vengeful spirit. All right.
Conrad has been on this mission for decades.
Conrad rocks up to a crime scene fucking 5 years down the line and goes, he like touches some blood. He sees like kidneys and organs. He's like, something happened here. And I'm gonna get to the bottom of it.
Something just happened.
Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
Final hauling ass Donnie, anything from you?
So I'm gonna move over to this. Well, no, actually, no. I'm gonna sit here. I was thinking about moving windows, and I'm going to be like. So are there? Actually, question: are there? The supervisor and the manager still have to move, right, before Carmel get out?
They're
Gets
going to
out?
move before Carmela gets out. Yes.
Okay, so I guess I break my stealth, seeing that there could be some possible danger there. Oh, hey, you're forgetting about someone. I'm up here. Hey guys, over here.
I'm flying over here.
Hey, oh!
You guys are
Okay.
so focused on them. You haven't even touched me yet.
Okay. The supervisor can't see you. The world is black. Manager looks over and goes,
He hears me though, right?
Oh,
Because I
100%.
say I also stole from the manager's office. I just want to make that clear.
theft
Definitely committed.
property results in immediate termination. As you have said, the perfect thing to pull their attention.
Excellent. And that's it. That's all I do.
Do you want to take the dodge action? Or
I forgot about the dodge action. I have that. Yes.
Dodge out that window,
okay,
bro.
absolutely perfect. Okay, then really quick, we're gonna go over to supervisor. Is going to trudge on over to as close to your voice as he can possibly get, and you're able to see a fully assembled Warforge. Again, with no consciousness, there's no central soul unit energy within it. It is just a chassis. Supervisor is going to pick up this full body and go, "Get back here with the manager's property!" and throw this whole body at you, along with, the supervisor does that. Manager is going to pick up a skull and huck it like a baseball towards you.
Okay.
All right, it's going to be 2 attacks on you.
With disadvantage because of the dodge attack?
With
Dodge
disadvantage
attack?
because of the dodge action, yes. All right, number 1. We're looking to hit
Everyone
a
forgets
17,
dodge.
correct?
Yes.
All right, disadvantage. Immediately, a nat 1 on the lower die misses.
I forget everything.
5 on the lower die misses again. You're able to watch as a Warforged head embeds itself in metal right next to you, as a body goes, and flies out over your head, missing you by a
Nice.
mile.
Now that is going to reflect poorly on your review.
Carmela, as you watch these robots have a psychological break, what do you do?
I give a thumbs up to Donnie and I go, "Thanks, Sweet Beak," and I run out.
Okay. And Carmela,
Awkward
as
glance
you
away.
haul ass out of the building,
With
you
Arf.
guys, and Arf as well, you guys are able to haul ass as Carmela, you shoot out of the door, and right as you shoot out, you're able to hear as another bolt explodes right on the edge of the doorway that you just left as this 13 member was shooting at you on your way out of the door. As you guys are now in the mills, this like factory district, workers district, with stolen car keys, and there is no alarm system.
Aw.
Give me a quick investigation check from all of you. We'll say it's a group check to see if you can find the car.
Oh God, this is the
Oh, it
rest of the
doesn't-
session.
Doesn't have that beep beep.
Natural 20 from Darling.
Investigation.
We're 22.
I got 18.
18?
A 4.
25.
Also 25.
Oh, artificer.
I'm still coming.
Damn.
I'm still coming around the corner.
Shit.
Wait, no, you had it right.
Oh, she's lagging out.
I'll
She's lagging
buffer a
real
little
bad.
Oh, buffer.
That's okay. She will be back in like 5 seconds.
Shit.
She always comes back.
You're
There you
fine.
There she is. She's back.
Did I get the high five?
This one, over
Did I
here.
get it? Oh shit.
Oh yeah, nailed it. That was worth the bit.
Nailed it.
So you're able to, so with a nat 20, so that was an incredible job by all of you. You guys are like, so Carmel, you pick up the you pick up the key and you're like, oh, like I'll just activate the lock, like the little like beep from the lock. You're like, that's not how this fucking works. That's not in this world. I shouldn't know what that is.
I shouldn't know what that is.
And you're able to look over, and you're able to see the Warforged body that was tossed at Donnie come careening out of the sky, and it hits into a pile of scrap metal, like basically like a dumpster. And you're able to watch as a giant like sheet metal that would go on like a roofing mechanism topples off, and you're able to see something beautiful. It is the glimmer of headlights in darkness, as tucked in a small little trash depot is the car that was supposed to transport these 13 members.
Let's go! And I book it. Hop in the wind.
I fly to the top of the car and I dig my talons in. I'm riding on the top.
Okay, excellent. Now, this car is inconspicuous. It is meant to only carry 4 people at once because it's meant to be like a civilian car. You know, you're not gonna ride around like a military vehicle if you're part of like some some faction trying to commit a coup. And so we got Donnie on the top, and if the rest of you want to pile in, you guys can floor it out away from the mills.
How heavy is Final? Is he weighing it down? Is there sparks coming off the back?
Rude.
You beat me to the punchline.
Don't wait, shame. Don't wait, shame.
Yeah.
I am made out of wood and metal and other things that are not all that heavy.
And organs.
Okay.
What?
And
And
organs.
Metal
Wood?
is
Yeah,
And
they
organs.
use
heavy.
they use
Flesh
wood
tongues.
for the skeleton of Warforged.
Oh,
Oh.
interesting. Even I didn't know that.
That's how healing spells can still work on them because they do
I mean,
have
that's
organic
awful
parts.
presumptuous of you, Sam. This isn't your world.
No, if Sam, hey, look, if Final has wood inside of him, Final has wood inside of him. I'm all good with
Final
that.
Gross.
has wood.
I don't want you to give
I
Sam
got some wood in you.
Okay.
Come on.
Damn it.
Okay.
Final is not that kind of robot.
The only penises he has in him are disembodied on inside of his chassis.
Oh,
Okay.
Bing bong.
All right. So you guys hop in the whip and floor it away.
Oh,
Yes.
Yeah.
you know it.
Okay, hop in the whip. Immediately as you're coming by, Carmela, you're able to notice the 13 member. He steps out of the factory and is going to take another pot shot at your car as you're driving away. Now you realize that he is currently in the path that you are driving on, so you're going to drive past him.
Can I drive into
Or
him?
over him.
Give me a quick attack roll. Give me an attack roll with advantage.
Vehicular
Do a car
manslaughter.
attack.
A car attack. What do I
Can
add
I-
to a car attack?
I'm gonna say it's like fuck.
Ouch.
What would be like your melee attack basically?
My melee. Is a +3.
Go ahead and roll me advantage with a +3.
All right.
Can I hang
Can
out
we
the
get the-
window in case she doesn't hit him? So I'm just
I'm
like,
on the roof, dude. I got it. Can we get vehicular manslaughter in the chat, please?
Oh my god.
Yeah, let's get some GTA 6 in chat, please. Perfect.
We're actively trying to kill this guy. It's not manslaughter.
This is second
It's just
degree.
slaughter.
It's just slaughter. That's only a 13.
A 13. Phylon, did you say you wanted to hang out of the car and take a swipe out of him?
Yup.
Go ahead and give me an attack roll.
Yeah.
Drive-by sword slashing.
And if
Okay.
he misses, I kick him in the head.
Get him.
Okay, that is a 14 plus 8, so...
100% hits, absolutely.
Alright, cool. Alright, then let's go ahead and slash
Jesus.
this piece of shit. That
Oh
is
my
a 6
God.
plus 5, so 11.
Holy shit. Okay, Carmela, you hit this guy, but the problem is that windshields work as a way of they work as kind of pillows for some car crash victims. And so you hit this guy, he immediately he rolls onto the hood of the car, his back slams into the windshield, cracking it completely. Final, how do you stab this guy?
I'm just hanging out the window like, and then stab down.
What you're able to do
Makes those sounds too.
So Carmela, immediately from 0 to 60 in 2.5 seconds, you are flying with this guy on the hood of your car, as Final is able to stab directly into his neck and yank him off of the car. You're able to watch as he goes bleeding, careening onto the street, completely dead.
Well, that was
See ya.
excessive. You missed all the organs, Final. Come on now.
As we keep going, I'm just rattling my saber around in the air like,
Hey, calm down. I'm up here.
Final has
He was just
finally
born
awoken.
today.
That was a little bit of Sideric, my bad.
He was just born today, and he's reached his final form. Terrifying.
Okay. And as it sounds like cans on the back of a just married car, as Final, you are weighing down the front right tire, so it is and scraping and sparking across the concrete. You guys have successfully exited out of combat. Congratulations.
Woo!
Credit.
Excellent jobs all around. Okay. So with all of that, Carmela, where are you off to?
The platinum, baby.
So you're currently outside of the walls of Golden Steam, but you can, if you hit the Elven Highway and floor it, you can get there in maybe 15 minutes.
Let's do it.
All right.
Let's do it in 10.
I can make it 5.
Got it. So you guys up in the car, I'm going to change the music because Carmela so a little bit of roleplay now. Because Carmela, in your bag, you have all that information that you just got from the Tim Press.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see what you
Hey, can I
got
see
there.
that bag?
Yeah, hold on. Final, can you hand in my purse? And I give you what looks like a little pink clutch.
Coach bag.
Yeah.
Who's in the Who's in the
This whole time.
passenger rear?
I think I imagine I'm sitting behind the driver.
Oh, okay.
I'm sitting in the middle.
Donnie's
No,
a little
you're on
curious.
the other side.
Donnie's a little curious as to what Carmela found. So if you happen to turn over to look at the window, you just see a bird head just.
All right, let's see what we got. Oh man, what the
Shoulder,
hell?
over
Hi,
shoulder.
It's you. I forgot. Bird over shoulder. Who knew? Now start going through the papers.
Okay, start going through the papers. Harper, the person to be looking through this, so I'm not going to have you roll. Now, I'm going to be talking for a while to give you because again, Carmela, that full action, you guys were able to save all of the documents, all of that stuff. I'm going to give you all of the information that I have, and then if you have any questions, please stop me and interrupt me, okay?
Exposition, yay.
And
Go
that
ahead.
goes for any of you, by the way.
Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
All right, so Harper, you already understand this because I will let you decide what you know and what you're learning because, again, you worked in the tin press. You understood how things are manufactured, even if you didn't have the explicit technical documents. So I might be retreading some older stuff because I forget what exactly you guys were able to figure out, but but most of this stuff is going to be new if some of it's repeated, so we're all good there.
Lure me, daddy.
So, Golden Steam Warforged are unique in that they have an identifiable part or organ that contains their soul. So when Warforged are powered on, this canister within them fills with an energy that is largely random. So some have celestial energy, some have infernal energy, some elemental energy, and some are just humming on electricity. It really depends upon like Warforged to Warforged. But one thing that is common though, despite the type of energy, is that Golden Steam Warforged had this, like, they have this soul organ constructed with a limiter on it. Specifically, so this allowed for the Warforged to be sentient and have unique personalities, but removed their autonomy. So they basically became like a subservient species because it essentially reduced them down to base programming. Kind of like if you were only ever to make small talk with people and never actually have a conversation. Okay? So
clutching.
Harper, now this is one of, again, soaking wet, kind of like very delicately, you're able to unfurl a scroll that's a first edition prototype document detailing Warforged construction of the limiter. And so this like soul canister organ is located on this document at the center of the Warforged chassis, essentially where like an organic creature's sternum would be. And and just also, if it wasn't implied before, the organ that the Warforged is powered by, like the hands, the feet, the head, all are given their energy from this organ. It's like a never-ending battery, essentially. And again, the line, like, with the understanding of like many religions, is that like souls are eternal energy and the body decays over time, and so that the only difference between like a traditional soul and this kind of soul is that this soul is a quantifiable unit of energy and their bodies never decay, which would basically explain why Warforged don't age as organic beings do. Make sense?
Right.
Okay. So finally, these documents hint towards the, and you're able to like pull up on like a book basically of like R&D documents that essentially state it's like a Warforged that's 3 feet tall, a Warforged that's 6 feet tall, and a Warforged that's 12 feet tall. And you're able to notice that to like the right of the 12-foot tall Warforged, you're able to see kind of like written in like Elvish, exponential growth, suggesting that this limiter, so like this soul canister and the limiter can be constructed on any scale. It's kind of like baking, where if you wanted to make 100 cookies, you can just multiply a recipe for 10 by 10. Meaning that with the right materials, a Warforged could be built of any size. Muscles, chassis, the soul organ, the limiter. But finally, on this on this document, now it kind of like switching through, you're able to find testing documentation on the limiter itself from like the first times they were implemented, and a known problem which still persists today in Final and all the other Warforged in the city. Is that the limiter only has a shelf life of a couple hundred years. So it basically says like current testing documents, after 300 years, limiter will fail. Which currently and you're obviously like kind of like side notes, it's like will not be an issue, will discover solution. Because again, in a city that is basically the main population being elves, that's less than a generation of elves essentially. And so they were like, we're gonna find a solution for this eventually before all these things fail. So, again, hypothetically, if a Warforged lived for long enough, it could outlive its limiter and become fully sentient as a result, waking up for the first time. Harper, you would know, pulling Final out of the tin press, Final was fully constructed. However, the factory was shut down before the final piece was added in, the limiter. Finally, and I've said that 3 times now, I know I'm repeating myself, you find radio documents, or like signal documents, less mechanical and more concerning like what you found like the radio tower, concerning like broadcast and like connective signals. And you're able to notice that that it's suggesting that when Warforged are linked together, either through physical electrical wires or through like ethereal signals, magical or radio, a sudden increase in energy can fry all connected Warforged, specifically destroying their limiters. Now, on a smaller scale, this usually destroys the soul canisters themselves. However, it implies that in this short circuit, the limiters go first. The energy seems to increase the power of their souls, which then goes beyond the limiter's capacity. So, you know what? Because we're on the cusp of the final episode, I'm not going to have you guys roll for any of this, and I'm just going to tell you what you can, because you guys have been very attentive, you guys have been note takers, you guys have been putting it all together. Here's what you're able to parcel out because of that, okay? So, the 13's plans overall. Here's what you're looking at. They were hiding out in Offshoot, and they were able to decode the radio signals, and they discovered that the pit boss is the relay point for the other Everwatchers. Relaying that back to the tin press, back to their main base of operations, a shutdown factory that no one was going into, they deduced that if they removed the limiter from the pit boss, it would cause a sudden signal surge that would fry the remaining limiters and wake up every single Everwatcher from its limited state, activating all of them, bringing them all to consciousness. So good news and bad news. The good news, number one, with your incredible persuasion final, you were able to convince the Everwatchers to remain still, to stop moving, meaning that the Everwatchers as physical beings no longer pose a threat. Even if the limiters are removed, they will not move. Okay? Yep, okay, yes, I guess, yes, okay.
Nod,
yes.
Sam.
Got it.
I was along for the ride. I thought he was going to keep going.
Okay, got it. Well, but the bad news is that the 13 clearly never went to Madame Wands. So they don't know that there's some incredibly powerful celestial energy being used as the soul batteries for the Everwatchers. So they never thought about the fact that maybe the limiter is for more than just powering. Maybe it's keeping an energy source contained. Darling, your thunderclap headache, debilitating, overwhelming, and that happened only as the result of a momentary crack in the energy's containment. The Everwatchers have been around for hundreds and hundreds of years, definitely beyond that 300-year limit outlined in the documents. Their limiters are failing naturally in conjunction with the 13 trying to take them off. And it seems that the 13 want to fully destroy the limiters, which would not only cause the energy to release from the pit boss, but from the other 4 Everwatchers as well, causing another celestial pulse all throughout the city, and at a magnitude that it's probably difficult for any of you to comprehend. If just a momentary crack is able to cause Asimar and other celestial beings to have that level of pain, you have no earthly idea what would happen if it's a full containment breach. Maybe it's a bomb. Maybe any being from the celestial plane just dies. Maybe a portal to the astral plane will open. Maybe the city itself will be teleported. It's all just speculation. But clearly,
Maybe it's Maybelline.
Maybe Maybelline will finally come into the game. But you got to imagine that it wouldn't be good. And you know the 13 have about a 15-minute head start on you and are heading to the pit boss right now.
Hey, Carmela, can you do faster than 69?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, nice.
I can go to 169.
Oh, real nice.
Okay.
Yeah.
So do you guys? So you guys want to? So what's the plan here?
Oh,
Oh, going
beeline.
straight to the pit boss, right?
Beeline.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Let's do it.
beelining it. Carmela, you're currently doing 69 miles an hour.
169.
Currently, the car has a cap on its speed where its maximum is 69 miles an hour. If you would like to jury rig the car, if someone wants to help jury rig the car while you are driving it to basically get rid of its
Come on,
speed
Donnie.
cap, you can definitely do it.
What do you want me to do? I
You're on the
mean,
outside of the car, bro.
Flap your wings real fast while you hold us.
that's what I was thinking.
It's like the ending of Grease. You guys just take off into the sky.
We go together.
So how do you guys want to
Can
increase your
I
speed?
talk to the car to make it go faster?
We could throw final out.
Well, you can talk to it. Whether or not it goes faster, I'm not going to tell you. So,
I mean, it's not the weight that's causing it to go that speed, right?
no, it is not. No.
No.
Okay.
Investigation check to find it and then rip it out?
I mean, does it have an OBD port? You can just plug a tuner into it.
I'm not even sure
Like
what
a
that is.
tuner
Oh my
Replace
god, the
the
two
ECM.
nerdiest people in the world. You were both like, ah, that's a really good show.
Yeah,
Everybody
yeah.
else
You know
was
what? Both of you give me quick investigation checks.
15.
15.
4.
A 4, excellent. Donnie, you try to get to the hood of the car, but Carmela is going so fast that you have to hold on so you don't get blown off. Final, you are able to look to the steering column of the car and just punch the side paneling of it off and just jam your finger up into the steam wiring and cause the gears to. As Carmela, you reach speeds that you thought not possible for a civilian vehicle. I'm talking 120, 130 miles an hour.
Now I unfurl
Hell
my
yeah.
wings.
Do you want to try to
immediately
lift
parachute back.
Do you want to try to lift the car off of the ground?
Does it work?
Would you like to give me a
Can you
nat
go back
20
to the future?
Would you like to give me a nat 20 athletics check?
Oh my god, roll a 1.
All right, I'm gonna try it.
That's what right now.
Okay.
Roll a one, roll a one, roll a one, roll a one, roll a one.
Vibes!
Vibes.
A 15.
Okay, no.
Ah.
Not a one.
Donnie's like,
would have done it.
let's get this baby in the sky. You expand your wings, and truly nothing happens. There is no drag.
It feels good.
There is nothing.
The wind blowing through my wings. I've never gone that fast before.
The wind beneath my wings.
Okay, Carmela, I'm going to need a we're gonna say it's gonna be a tech check to see how easily you're able to navigate, how quickly you're able to navigate back to the platinum. Okay,
Okay.
got it. And if anybody wants to help, just let me know how you do it.
Navigating back. Final.
Can I see the lines and then be like, yep, this way. Boop, 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 boop.
Absolutely, yes, 100%.
Bam!
We're
So
on
what,
the same page.
what am I rolling?
You're gonna be intelligence plus proficiency with advantage.
Okay.
Get it.
Guidance.
Bella.
Nat
Plus
20.
D4.
Natural
20.
20.
Shit.
Oh
No.
What is it,
my God.
For a
So
total
many.
with the guidance and my thing, that's a total of 29.
20
fuck.
fucking 9. Carmela, you are taking back roads that people didn't even know existed. The brake is a foreign concept not understood by your people. You are going so fast, bitch, you might start going through time. I'm just so
Yes.
you
Back to the future.
We've gone plaid.
You are going so yeah, fucking people's faces start morphing as you begin hitting Mach 2, Mach 3. As you are shooting towards the platinum, you're able to get back to the center of Vyson in 8 minutes' time.
Nice.
Honestly, probably thought to be impossible for any average person. And as you are facing down the entrance to the platinum, you are able to see 3 military vehicles facing the front. You are able to notice these ginormous, it almost looks like the engines, the engine cars of steam locomotives, where it's like they've just been elevated up off the tracks, everything made of pure metal, these angry, just black machines that just look so imposing to all of you, way bigger than your commercial car, civilian car. and you're able to notice that hopping out of the back of one, about 9 feet tall, Carmela, you would have seen it before. The rest of you are able to notice a man, a ginormous man inside of like some kind of steam tech like exosuit, making him 9 feet tall, as wide as a refrigerator, built to truck through damage and beat his way through things. Carmela, you were able to see Lumaris directly in front of you.
Dick's got
Mark
power
one.
armor.
Mark 1, Iron Man.
Yep.
He's various
With a
metals
box of
man.
scraps.
Okay.
Various metals.
Box of scrap.
Aluminum
Box of
Man.
scraps.
And
Box of
Carmela,
scraps.
as you are, you watch as, so you're all able to hear, and it sounds like the whistle of a train going off as you watch as Lumaris, this massive tank of a figure, goes and begins running at roughly 30 miles an hour with all of the cars directly behind him and following after him. Carmela, you are right on his ass if you wish to be.
I would love to be.
As you are racing up behind them, you're able to notice as like, okay, 100 yards, 50 yards, 20 yards, and you realize that Lumaris and the cars aren't stopping as the beautiful and wonderful marble and glass front of the Platinum is as Lumaris starts busting holes through the building itself directly into the casino floor. As the cars, single file, get right behind him, following him through the gaps. Carmela, do you follow in?
Yep.
As you follow in, you're able
Choo
to hear...
choo, motherfucker.
You're able to hear... I won! I'm winning big! And you guys are
Good job, you!
As you're yelling, you are currently... Drinks are flying everywhere as you guys are now driving through a casino floor, running over slot machines and blackjack tables and roulette tables, and as everything comes to a stop, as these cars begin to kind of fan out to all sides of the casino and hit their brakes, you know that these guys are going right for the pit boss to eliminate his limiter, to activate all of the Everwatchers. Carmela in the car, what do? Do you slam on the brakes? Do you hit Lumaris? What's your goal here?
So they're still going.
So they're in the main lobby right now. They're pulling off. And Lumaris is like charging forward as he stops, ginormous cannon in hand.
And Lumaris is going for the pit boss.
It looks like he was able to charge forward, but he had to slow down. His armor kind of like plates come off and begins to like sizzle a bit, like it's almost like he overclocked himself.
Yeah, then I will gun it for Lumaris.
Okay.
Race!
Yeah, run his ass over.
Then with that, I'm gonna need give me a quick. It's gonna be a tech check. So it's gonna be
Okay.
We're gonna say it's gonna be intelligence plus proficiency. All right.
Okay.
Got it.
Thank you. Can I
Die,
get?
we're gonna die, we're gonna die, we're gonna die.
Can someone give me help, or is this a no help?
No help. It's gonna be you.
Okay.
You got this.
Okay.
We're all gonna die.
Intelligence plus proficiency.
Indeed.
Okay.
Plus D4.
Plus a D4. 13. It's a 19.
19.
Oh, shit!
You flooring it towards Lumaris. You are able to. Again, this massive refrigerator-sized, like Iron Man-looking motherfucker, cannon in hand. You floor it with a 17 plus 10 for a 27. Lumaris is able to whip around and plant his feet, clasp his arms around the hood of your car, and stop your car as the tires begin to and begin to smoke as Lumaris is single-handedly stopping a car going 60 from running him over. Yes, darling.
Could I cast a spell at this moment?
What would you like to cast?
I would like to cast Phantasmal Force.
What does that do?
So much.
I get where this is going.
I can craft an illusion that takes root in the mind of the creature that I can see within range. The target must make an intelligence saving throw. On a failed save, you create a phantasmal object, creature, or other visible phenomenon of your choice that is no larger than a 10-foot cube and that is perceivable only to the target For the duration.
What are you
This
trying to
spell
do?
has no effect on undead or constructs.
He's not either of those.
So it would. Oh my god.
You got it. You got it. You got it.
Channel
Oh,
Slick
what the
James, do it.
Fuck. Is there something that I would know, that Darling would know, that this particular group of criminals might fear? Like, from the city itself, or in the nature of what they're dealing with?
You have heard tales about a select group of adventurers that were the only adventurers that caused these people to retreat. You would know them as a fire genasi, a half-elf woman, a half-orc woman, and a human man.
Would I know if any one of those would be the kind that's like, oh fuck, you need to run if you see this person, like, they're going to punch my lights out?
In terms of pure mass, no, but you would know the humanoid man by the name of Doug was an incredibly powerful necromancer that basically was able to was able to reach past the armor and manipulate the life force of Lumaris himself, causing him to retreat the last time they did battle.
I am going to, with this tune, cast Phantasmal Force in the shape of Doug, and it looks like he comes out of this cloud of dark smoke above the car and lands on the hood directly in front of this guy. The tune just says, or the song is, listen to this tune, fall into an illusion, see what your mind opens wide as delusion. That was really clumsy.
That was good.
Anyway.
That was good. That was very good.
You're like, it's okay, just do anything.
So I'm gonna need an intelligence saving throw from him.
Okay, no problem. Lumaris is
unsettling
very
thing
strong and very fast. Intelligence is not one of his proficiencies. He only gets a +2 to this save.
I still can't get over that this guy's name is Doug.
So we'll get into it later. 7 on the die for a 9, fails the save.
Let's go.
Get wrecked!
So he
Get
is gonna
wrecked.
take a whole d6 of damage.
Oh man! Oh, is he gonna
Oh,
survive?
He can use his action to examine the phantasm with an intelligence check against my spell save. If the check succeeds, they realize it's an illusion and the spell ends. While a target is affected by the spell, the target treats the phantasm as if it were real. They rationalize any illogical outcomes from interacting with the phantasm. For example, a target attempting to walk across a bridge that spans a chasm falls once it steps onto the bridge.
Okay, got it.
So he believes this is real until he completes an investigation check that he's like, oh wait, this is illusion, right?
Okay.
He's gonna take 2 damage.
Yo!
2
Okay,
psychic
got
damage.
it. Do me a favor and just remember that for next session. So that I know I know to factor that in just in case for some reason it slips my mind. But you're able to notice as Lumaris was planning to pick the car up and throw it to its side, potentially crushing Donnie underneath. You're able to watch as you hear through his mask as he just goes, I always knew you'd be back. Happy to kill more birds with stones. I'm not the smart one. Ah, he puts the car down. As he puts the car down, you guys, you all kind of like just come to a sudden stop. As you're all still inside of the car, and you guys are able to hear as the back doors of these scattered elven military trucks begin to open, and you guys are able to see 2 things. First thing you're able to hear is clad in all black leather and coated in a reflective plasticky wax.
Yep.
You're able to notice a gas mask figure with some enormous tank on his back with a nozzle leading to some kind of spraying apparatus with a small little flame right at the nozzle. You're able to see, let us get over with these things. Let us move quickly through these peasants. And Carmela, you're able to recognize Lumaris, the demolitions expert. Finally, the last handhold you guys noticed at the stone stacks, where 2 massive augmented arms would have been. You're able to notice larger than his entire body, almost helping him like puppeteer himself around. You're able to see a figure with these huge plated metallic arms with a chassis like on his back, helping him like almost like levitate around in between them. You're able to see Kenrick the Scout as he says, "I only know one doll face that can drive that way. Baby, you obsessed with me or something?"
Obsessed with seeing your face behind bars, Keurig.
Well, I don't think after this evening you're not going to be seeing much of me anymore. When you break up, it's final.
We'll see about that.
And with that, do you all begin popping out of the car?
Yeah,
for sure.
All right.
Actually, Darling's not.
I'll just go home.
10 more 13 members. 3 were there. As 7 13 members begin coming out of the cars, readying their pump bows, as Thoreau's security begins arming themselves, preparing for a huge battle. I need everybody here to roll initiative again for me.
Oh,
And that is where we're going to end tonight's session.
Oh no!
That's a 7.
7.
Can Cedric make a surprise appearance next time, please?
Rah!
We're going to get these
I stepped
initiatives.
Except
through
I'll be
another
like
portal.
a mobster. Rah, say, rah.
We're going to get these initiatives
13.
down and we're going to be
Darling.
done.
What did you get, darling?
14.
14. Carmel, what'd you get?
17.
17. Final, what'd you get?
13.
13. And Donnie, what'd you get?
That'd be a 12 for me, dog.
That's going to be a 12, and that's what we're going to call it for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, do we all have a good time? Yes.
Let's
and
fucking
yes. Absolutely wonderful. So happy to hear it's been an action-packed conclusion. Yes, the 13 are going to accidentally destroy the city if you let them succeed.
Whoops.
Oh my god. No pressure.
No
Looks
pressure.
like we'll just have to take them out.
Yes.
Yep.
3.
We're gonna have to take out the
7
trash.
foot soldiers, special operations, but you got the head honchos here. Kenrick the Scout, Lumaris Lumaris the Muscle, and Fenry the Demolitions Expert. I'm very hot in this room.
It's all good.
And so get ready
Yeah,
for
you
an
are.
explosive conclusion where
Inappropriate.
not only will you have to contend with them trying to kill you, you're also going to have to slow them down as much as possible to prevent them from reaching their goals. Get ready for that. But a explosive finale will happen next time. I'm very excited.
Woo!
So yes.
Have an idea.
Hands together for the lovely DM Drew.
Oh,
Yes!
thank you.
Yeah.
I have so much fun in this world, and everybody in chat, a big round of applause for the best players that a DM could ever ask for. The wonderful rulebook, the wonderful rulebook optional and Forge of Lore collaboration. I mean, can you think of anything better?
I don't want it to end.
Peanut butter and jelly, macaroni and
end.
cheese,
No.
final and organs. They just go together.
Ugh.
Yeah,
They go
true.
together. Oh.
I swear I am not stealing organs.
Just
That
what
sounds
someone
like
who
splitting
steals
yet.
organs would say.
Secretly, Harper is and just stowing them away in final.
Ugh.
Making him an accomplice.
And also, like, as a DM,
Hold on to this.
you can just feel some energy with some
Oh,
rolls.
okay.
When Josh, when you were rolling the idea of like, I want to just help the car take off into the sky, I was like, this is in my bone of bones. I was like, this has to be a nat 20. It's too
Yeah,
stupid. It's
absolutely.
too stupid to not make me honor it.
It was,
So,
you know what? That wasn't even like Donnie's persona. That was a total Cedric move.
let's go.
You mean a Josh
Cedric
move?
is you.
Yeah.
Well, dude, how I would have, because I was thinking about it as you were saying it, how I would have honored that is instead of it being like Carmela trying to run Lumaris over, I would have had it like the car would have been a missile just hurtling towards Lumaris.
I have a nuclear missile.
I would have enjoyed that.
It's like, do we keep fighting? No! They just dropped a tactical airstrike on us in a medieval fantasy steampunk world.
Hold on, folks. We're bunker busting.
Oh, God. But yeah, I hope everybody had a really good time. Thank you to everybody coming into chat. We really do appreciate you sticking around and just being a part of these wonderful stories. And we hope you're around for the finale. Hopefully sooner rather than later. But
Soon, TM.
Tomorrow?
everybody, thank you for coming to the table. We really do appreciate it. Go sub to Forge of Lore. Go follow them on Twitch. Go follow their socials. And we hope to see you.
Follow this channel right now.
No,
Click
you
that
know what?
fucking heart.
Unsub from us and go over to them.
Subscribe to YouTube,
They're so
Right, now
close
I
to
feel
50,
unsafe.
guys. Come on.
Instagram. Yeah, guys,
Everything.
so close to 50.
Add us on
And it
WhatsApp.
helps.
Find us in the funny pages.
Yeah.
The funny pages.
Like
Look
us
us up
on
on
Pinterest.
Grindr.
Like us on Pinterest, on Grindr. We're probably
Oh, don't look me
one
up
of
on
us on
Grindr.
Tinder.
Please
Maybe
don't.
I don't know.
Sam's on Tinder.
Oh.
It's just he has pepperoni all over his chest in some of his pictures. It's weird, man.
Go match with Sam
No.
on Tinder and
Lovely
eat the
if you
pepperoni
get-
off his chest. And
that
everybody,
would not be a thing that would ever happen.
and everybody, have a wonderful evening. We'll catch you in the next one, guys. Peace out.
Love
Thank
you,
you for
love you,
coming.
love you, love you.
Bye.